Rock the boat, literally.
Good morning, Lindsay. Welcome to Ken Reid Live. Here's your host, Trevor.
Welcome to Ken Reid Live. This week on our show, we got an exciting lineup. We have Leanne coming in to talk about the osprey. We have Lake coming in to talk about poison ivy this week. We also have Tom, our expert on woodpeckers, coming in to talk about this woodpecker problem that we have on the other side of this shed. And then we're going to have Jen in last to talk about the exciting field of dot tallying. First guest this morning is Leanne from Lindsay. She's here to talk about the osprey. Welcome, Leanne!
So nice to meet you.
Great. Watch your seat. Okay, good. So, our first question today is about the habitat of the osprey. Where do they live? What do they do?
So they live at tops of trees, on tops of power poles, and also in man-made nests, in marshes and swamps and things like that.
And these elevated platforms, how do they get there? Who puts them there?
The elevated platforms are normally made by conservation programs, and these programs are some programs like Friends of the Osprey in Kawartha Lakes.
Interesting. Now, what does the osprey eat mainly?
Mainly in this area, they would eat fish.
Awesome. Thanks for your insight today, Leanne.
You're welcome. I love your show, by the way.
Thanks.
As you can see here, beside me, there is an osprey.
Very excited about our next guest today. Coming from Lindsay, we got Lakin in to talk about poison ivy. Welcome to the show. Okay, so first question about poison ivy. How do we ID it? What does it look like?
Well, in a minute, Trevor, I'm going to take you outside and show you, but a poison ivy shrub is a 3-leaf woody plant, and it's got a tinge of red on the stem. So if you want to come with me, we can go right now.
Cool. Let's do it. Come with us.
Follow us. Alright, so as you see the caution poison ivy sign, we have a variety of poison ivy over here. So here's some right here. It's 3 leaves. You can see it has some teeth along the edge here sometimes. The reddy tinge in there. So you don't want to be walking through this without any pants on.
Okay. Hey, we're back. Ken Reid Live. Here we are with Lakin, our poison ivy expert in the Lindsay area. Now, we just went outside. We just got back in from ID features of poison ivy so we could stay away from it. Now, if I do come in contact with it, what's going to happen? What are the symptoms?
So poison ivy, you're not going to feel it right away. It's not an immediate reaction, but a couple hours later after having contact with poison ivy, you'll begin to be itchy. You'll see some rashes form, and it'll start to turn into blisters.
And how do these blisters come about? Is there some sort of oil or something?
Yeah, the plant secretes an oil on your skin, so if it makes contact with it, it just starts bubbling up and turning into a rash, and you don't want to have that.
Okay, and how do I go about avoiding these incidents?
So ammonia is known to treat poison ivy, so you could get some things like Windex, you could spray that on your arm, you can do a variety of things.
So would long pants and long sleeves help? Or
Yes.
should I have closed shoes walking
Yes,
through that
this
stuff?
is not appropriate for poison
No?
ivy.
Okay.
No,
Well,
you would like to have long pants, shoes, socks, and you do
Okay.
not want to be trekking cables.
Well, thank you, Lakin, our expert on poison ivy. We're back here on Ken Reid Live. We have Tom, a resident woodpecker expert here, to tell me what's up with this white pine and all these holes in it. Now, Tom, what made these holes?
A woodpecker made these holes, Trev.
Okay. Now, why would it make these holes in this tree?
Well, see, they can actually hear the insects crawling around up in that tree, so they peck through it to feed their bellies.
Oh, wow. Really something. Now, how do they not get concussions banging away on the tree like that?
Well, their tongue is so long, it actually wraps around the brain to prevent concussions.
Wow, that is cool. Now, what do they use to get into this tree like this?
They use their peckers, Trev. They use
Oh,
their
wow.
peckers.
Thanks, Tom. Welcome back to Ken Reid Live. Our last guest today is Jen, talking about dot tallying. She's fresh from an expedition in the far north. Here she is in her parka still. Jen, welcome to the show. Obviously a statistician, doesn't talk much. So, what is this that you have here in front of you?
Well, Trevor,
Sure, go ahead.
So every time we go out into the wildlife or wilderness,
I know, you've been with the polar bears for a while, it's okay.
we like to keep a tally of everything that we see here, just to keep track of it. So on one of these sheets, we'll write down when we started, the date, what it's like outside, where we are, and everything that we actually see in an area during
Now, if I observe something with my eyes, what do I put for that? Do I put an observation, or like did I hear it? What if I heard it and saw it? Wow, that's really something. Now, how do we tally in this? Do we do the straight up 4 and then across, or what do we do?
No, absolutely not. We do the dot tally.
Okay, explain the dot tally to us, please.
Well, you make dots.
Okay, how do I do the dots? In what order?
You put dots in a box.
Uh-huh. Let's bring the camera over so you can show us on the sheet.
So this would be an example of a dot tally. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a lot easier to read than doing a tally like this.
Okay, yeah, so there's no errors that way. Errors are
Exactly.
less. Awesome. Well, thanks, Jen, for showing us this awesome trick.
Thank you.
We'll see you later. Thank you for watching Ken Reid Live this week. A big thank you to our guests, Leanne, Lakin, Jen, and Tom. Stay tuned for next week when I wrestle a bear.
This is Lakin and Tom. Jen. Ev. Leanne. And here's Britt.
That's good footage.
Oh, yeah. Right in there.
The double ass spread.
Trevor, any comments on this tree?
Pretty sure they're external fertilization.
What?
Jen, anything to say?
Hey, have a look at this tree.
Would you just look at it?
And we're back here on Ken Reid Live. Because it's not live, because we just came back from commercial.
When we go for a walk later, I can show you an osprey.
Last guest today, thank you. Our last guest today on Ken Reid Live is Jen. Jen, you're supposed to. All right, welcome back to Ken Reid Live. Today we have our last guest is Jen Leggett. She's going to be talking. Welcome to. What is it?
Look, as we observe the frog in its natural habitat.
Take one. Woodpecker holes.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Cut.
I'm not saying that you would like it. I'm just saying don't fuck the tree hole.